live 6:22 p.m. just outside of Toronto, worldwide. Hope you're all doing well. What is happening, baby? Nice quiet evening. Clear skies, blue water, calm, fresh, peaceful. Exactly the way it's supposed to be. This is the way it's supposed to be. Relaxing. Take a deep breath. Get some protein. We got 0 people in the house, except for Rich. Hello, Richard. Yo, I know, I saw your steak. I saw a picture. It looked delicious. Now that's what I'm talking about. What did you enjoy more, Rich? Truth be told, your steak or your perfume of the day? Fucking outrageous sirloin. It looked outrageous. You eat pretty good when you go out, don't you? You usually order steak, it looks like. Savage. Quack. 37 quid. Yeah, it's a good steak here is about 50 bucks Canadian. So 37 quid is maybe a little bit more than 50 bucks. But that's what you're looking, if you're going to a steakhouse, you're looking at minimum 50 bucks, like the keg or chop or something like that. 50 bucks. And maybe you'll get like a potato. Or it depends on what you order for a side, but I mean, the steak is the potato, really. Right? Who needs potatoes? So we're just relaxing. My brother went home today. He left. So it's just Luca and I. And we went for a dip in the lake, played a little bit of football. We went out and got some things that we needed. And here we are. Probably gonna make a little barbecue before the night, and maybe we'll go play some catch, throw a football around. Who knows? What else is there to do in small places like this other than set shit on fire? If Luca Turn was drowning there right now, would you help him? Yes, of course I would help him 100%. I would help anybody. I'm not upset with Luca in the least, man. Truth be told. He doesn't owe me anything. Nor do I want anything for free. You know? Would you save him? Would you save him, Mikey V? I mean, you know, whatever's happened, happened. I hope nobody's spreading any hate, you know. It's just feelings. People are just throwing up their feelings. That's okay. As long as nobody's getting hurt, you know, as long as everybody's having fun, that's cool. Just continue to have fun. When is Les Abstrait Luca coming out? I don't think I would do that. I mean, if I'm gonna do a Luca, I would do. I'd rather be inspired by my child or my father than anyone else. I'd yell, "How that for cool water?" Hey, that is cool water. The water is cool, eh? The water's fresh. It's lake water. So You go in, yeah, it's shivering cold, but it takes about 30 seconds for your skin to acclimatize. And then it's totally okay, eh? Totally. I was in there for about an hour today. It's just the first 30 seconds, 40 seconds, you're like, oh shit. But as soon as you go underneath, as soon as you duck for cover, you're protected. Rich says I'd save him and then call him everything under the sun for nearly drowning. Blame him for drowning, eh? I took LSD for the first time today. Now I see a Nigerian woman in the mirror. Am I gay? Yes. Hi, Granny. Michael John, what's happening? Frank, good to see you. Rich, Frank says I'm more upset about this than Rich. Is it possible to be more upset than Rich? Your family is all Luca. Take it back. Even somewhere, you know, you go far back enough, and even Luca Turn and I are related. Truth be told. Want to hang out? It depends. What are you going to bring to the table? You got any prosciutto? Some cheese? Mike says, scent of the day, Je Vois psychedelic. Rich is fuming because he given the fat steroid injection. And now he has steroid rage. Dude, that's how life works. Like, we all knew this was coming, okay? And Rich had, you know, subconsciously, right? Consciously, Rich didn't know this was coming. I didn't know either, but subconsciously, we're all connected. And everything is looped together. And Rich he booked his steroid injection purposely a week before this because he knew it was coming. And he knew he needed to be roid rage. He knew he needed to be amped. And this will happen. It was all planned. The universe planned this. We didn't plan it. The universe planned it like this. The universe planned for the review. It planned for Rich to have his steroid injection. It planned for me to be here all at the same time. We couldn't plan this shit. It's too intricate, man. That's why we just leave it to the universe. Nah, still tripping on LSD for the first time today. What made you take LSD? What's going on in your life where you felt like you wanted to distract yourself with some chemicals? Scent of the day, beige. What's happening? Beige. Good to see you, Lane. Yummy Mike V. Nah, still tripping on LSD. Okay, I hulked up. You didn't. I don't think you exactly raged. You just had a good time, you know. You didn't do anything differently than he did. He expressed himself. You expressed yourself. It's all good. You're all good. No, I had this idea that Luca would at the very least be respectful if he didn't like it. So, have you come across a review that did show any sort of respect for fragrance that he didn't like? Doesn't seem like he's got any respect for things. I mean, the same way we don't have respect for things we don't like. I mean, we throw around the shite word like the fucking newspaper, right? Whoa. That's too close. What is happening, guys? He has many frags he didn't necessarily like, but was respectful. What did he say about Secretions Magnifique? I know he gave that a 5-star. And I can't say that he hates Antoine. Somebody was saying that he was targeting Antoine because he used his name in the review. I'm not sure about that because he did give Secretions 5 stars, right? Was it 5 stars? I think it was. I think it was 5 stars. Yeah. What's happening, Pat Lester? In Bella Respiro. I like the stream for Luca. Shit, you frightened me. Not used to this kind of jump scares. Randy Hadar in Bois Dormant. How are you enjoying that? I really like Bois Dormant. It's got a good clove note. Iris and clove. And cedar. Iris, clove, cedar, vanilla. Who is Antoine? Antoine Lee. He's a perfumer. He's an independent rogue perfumer. I think it's safe to call him rogue. He would like that. He's like a misfit, a punk. He seems like he doesn't really fit into people's narratives, does he? He just kind of does his own thing. Now, why is he important to me? He is very important to me. He's my friend. He is the perfumer behind my perfume brand. That's why he's important to me. He made our Armani Code very niche. Is Armani Code niche? Yeah, he also made Tom Ford Cafe Rose. What else in the mainstream did he make? He made some Comme des Garçons perfumes. He's done some things for Versace, like women's perfumes for Versace. But there, I'm sure Coach is new here, Coach Bambino. There was a review of one of our perfumes by a critic, a perfume critic, not necessarily like a New York Times critic, but a critic that a lot of people have, you know, admiration, respect, even hate. Let's say a lot of people dislike this guy. Just because he can be cruel, if he doesn't like something, he could be like really, really mean to the perfume. And that throws a lot of people off. You know, we're in this new world where everything has to be prim and proper and polished, and if not, you sort of don't fit in. And he's very much rogue, like Antoine. You know, he just flies. He just, you know, he marches to the beat of his own drum, which is cool. You know, which is cool. That's the way it should be. Yeah. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. You should beat to your own drum. There is a Fragrantica writer who used to be very disparaging as well, like very, very harsh in his commentary on perfumes. And Fragrantica had to say to him, hey, this is not how we run things here, you know? We don't want these kind of reviews. We don't want your opinion. We don't want opinion-based reviews. So he had to change his style in order to keep working there. What's happening, Rush? Good to see you. How you doing? Rush says, I've always marched to my own drum, and I like those who do the same. Yeah, I like those kind of guys, too. What's happening, Rudy? Good to see you, brother. What do you think of this fragrance idea? Sex in a haystack in springtime. Well, what would it smell like other than sex in a haystack in the springtime? What's happening, Dushan? Good to see you. What would the notes and the chords be spaced? Sex in a haystack. I imagine there'd be some hay in there. Check out these two guys. Leather hay, vetiver, white florals, some animalic notes. Paddock, sexy haystack. Beautiful sound of water. It is fresh, isn't it? It's a refreshing sound. Great place to jet ski. Weirdos jet ski in the dirty Hudson River in New York City. I remember watching a documentary once, a plane landing in the Hudson safely. It looked pretty wild. Everybody had climbed out on top of the wings before they got rescued. But isn't it less putrid than the East River, Rudy? What's happening, Bobby? Bucksy boy. Rudy, when will be the time to musk down? Rudy, are you musking down? Turn you guys over this way for a bit. What's everybody wearing? What perfumes are you guys wearing? Man, this life is interesting. Especially this physical reality. Trying to escape the physical reality. Mentally. Why do I want to escape the physical? Why is the physical so hard? Perfume d'Empire is on my radar lately. Superb brand. Thor eaten once nearly killed while trying to land his float plane on a lake. Hello, Ahmad. Queer Ottoman is so good. Risk Designs. Hi. Hope everyone's smoking. Scent of the day, come to Garçon Bleu and say, we sure are. Freshly sprayed says boss number 1. Scent of the night, Gucci Envy for men. Another 13. All year fragrance. Black lacquer. Lacquer. Liquor. Black liquor. I want to try that now. You got my attention, Bobby. Creed Bois de Portugal. Lovely. Food Satin Mood. Greetings. DL Qualia in Coromandel. Damn, I'm high on the Monster Energy. Givenchy Pie has better vanilla than the Celine's. But that's just my opinion. Marias can do great stuff when he puts effort. Personally, the Givenchy Pie put me to bed. I found it too sweet, too sugary, too boring, to be honest. What's happening, Germs? He's in Serge Luton's 5 o'clock au Gingembre. Lovely. Oh, we're at 41 people. How is everybody doing on this fine evening? This nice, calm, relaxing evening. Monday night. End of summer. School starting up soon. And that was fast. It always happens like that. And then we come back. A year later, we come back all over again. We do it all over again. You know? It's still a heat wave in Croatia. Man, sorry to hear that. It's hot here too today, but I wouldn't call it a heat wave. It's manageable. Maybe because it's here by the lake, it might be cooler, but I'm not a fan of heat waves. I love the sun, but I'm not a fan of its heat waves. You have a balcony view, Rush? Do you get to sit out on the balcony from high above? Hi, Christine. Trend activated. Hello. Watching from the UAE. Lovely. What perfume are you wearing? Got mad munchies getting ready for work tomorrow, getting cold in the UK. What's giving you the munchies? What have you been doing that you got the munchies? And what do you prefer to kill those munchies with? What's your go-to? Hi, Christine. Hi, Carl. Carl's in Serge Luton's Féminite du Bois. Didn't know I had a sample of it until now, so I had to test it. It's gorgeous. Very gorgeous. Woody plum and incense. Hi, Vekitsa. Lovely view. We have 4 licks on this. I have C13 licks. Give the stream a lick. M7 might just be my favorite oud fragrance. It's dark, smoky, bitter, medicinal. How did that get released as a designer? Such an odd one for its time. And it totally fit in that time. It was quite normal. They were putting out some pretty good fragrances way back when. Times have changed. I find it very balmy, M7. That's like the biggest accord to me, is a balm. Smoking all day today. I just had my first one. Ice cream and pork pies. Oof. I'll have you feeling like crap in no time, brother. Ice cream and pork pies. I mean, I shouldn't talk. I had a McFlurry earlier, but you know, I pay for it after. I feel like crap, and then I feel like I need more sugar to kind of get that spike up again. You know? You get that blood spike. But it's ideally you want to keep your blood like flatlined, but sometimes, you know, it's challenging. It's challenging through the day. You see the kids are always snacking on something. I'm like, oh, I want a piece of that. Do you get Coca-Cola from it? I get Coca-Cola from Mon Numero 10 from L'Artisan Perfumer. The big sparkling Coca-Cola vibe in the opening. What's the perfect fishing fragrance? Is there a perfect fishing fragrance? I'm gonna say it's Memo, the fishy vagina. Shams Oud. Do you prefer Noir Peace over Parfum de Trace? Oof. Man, father versus son. Ooh, Darth Vader versus Luke Skywalker. I don't know. Wow, that's a good one. That's a tough one. That is a very tough question. Oof. Parfum de Trace smells way more classic, way more dated. Noir Peace smells more modern. Dude, they're really both really stunning. Do you still wear the Moon? It's been forever since I've worn the Moon. Probably winter time. So I haven't worn it in a long time. Yes, Coca-Cola from M7 and Sand Oud, Mancera. Frank says he'll take Noir Peace. I still haven't decided. I can't decide. I can't make up my mind. But, you know, if you wanted to pick for me, I'd be okay with that too. Just to make my choice easier. I do find Noir Peace more complex. It goes through more stages. It's deeper. Parfum de Trace is like, it's very old-fashioned, classic, aldehydic, fruity, floral. It's a weird one. It's so earthy too. It smells like something you'd find in an old barn or something. Like with wrapped in cotton balls or mothballs, or it feels super ancient. Idole de Lubin has the best bottle design of all time, hands down. It's incredible, a piece of art. Lubin is also under the radar. Go skinny dipping. Would you like that? Have you been fishing? Not really. I cast in a couple of times, but I mean, just for a joke. Maybe we'll do some fishing tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have more time. It's just Luca and I. My brother's gone home. All the other kids have gone home, so we'll have more time to do stuff, like just ourselves, and we'll go do some fishing. And I don't know what else we can do. I want to do so. I want to feel like I'm 13 again, just to keep him occupied and having some fun. See if there's a beach around here or something. I would like a lot of things. Let's make a list. Let's do like a top 5. Make a list of things that you would like. And they could be, I guess, anything. Perfume, they could be personal, they could be business, they could be entertainment. Top 5. Skinny dipping not included. New Hermes has the good old Aki Gala wood. Has the beach showed up already at Hermes? Is that what's happening? Is that his Aki Gala wood? Damn him. Damn him. But he shows up to Hermes with his fucking Aki Gala wood. Oh my God. It's like going to the premiere in a fucking beach outfit. In a muumuu. Going to a premiere in a muumuu. That's what it's like bringing Aki Gala wood to Hermes. Top 5 Dior Privé stream. Coming up soon. More sundresses. Would that be where? Number 1 or 5? Duncan, we have to stop meeting like this. More French fries. More streams. So Nigel is replaced? I don't know. Is Nigel replaced, or are they working alongside each other? Is this going to be like a Wasser and Delphine Gel thing until they get sick of each other and they cause like drama? The biggest cookie dough ice cream and a huge pork and pickle pie and more blunts. Dude. Pickle pie. I'm down with cookie dough and ice cream. I'm not down with the pork dough. Blunts, yeah. Blunts, I would put those first on the list. What were you up to at the age of 13? I don't remember. Delivering newspapers? I don't know. What the fuck was I doing? Breaking into schools? I don't know. More pajamas. Do you actually put on, do you guys put on pajamas before you go to bed? Everyone else? Do you guys own pajamas? I think I stopped wearing pajamas when I was 4. When I was like sneaking out of the house and going to do shit. I had to come back and just fall asleep in my clothes. No, I haven't worn pajamas in forever. A pickle pie. Dior meat's on my top 3. Ooh, possibly in the top 5. Good choice. More pickles. Pickles and pajamas. Draws to bed. Ambre Nuit might be my number 1 Dior. There's a good choice. It's pork pie with Brandon pickle mixed in it. Heavenly. I have no idea what that tastes like, I gotta be honest. Branston pickle. What's your favorite salty oceanic perfume? I don't know, probably Merveille Bleu. A Peace Marine. Weird that they're both from Hermes. A Peace Marine is more, it is aquatic, it's not oceanic. I mean, it is more marine-like. I guess it can be oceanic. It's quite spicy and boozy. Trying to find something better than Aqua di Sale. Try a Peace Marine. What are we classifying as pajamas? Because whatever you consider pajamas, I mean, I'm sure that we can all look at a pair of pajamas and say, yes, those are pajamas. Or no, they are not pajamas. Yule Noir, any good? It's all right. It's good. Not as good as the old Noir. Still better than nothing. I sleep nude on my stomach, cracked to the sky. Are you giving an offering to the gods or what? Cracked to the sky. Profumum aroma, Aqua di Sale smells like seaweed and salt, super strong. How about Tom Ford's Oud Minerale? I wore Peace Marine a lot this summer. Healy's Cell Marine, there you go. Anyway, are there hiking trails around the area? Is paddleboarding allowed in Lake? Yes, we've got a paddleboard or two. Might go paddleboarding. There you go. Great idea, Lily. 40 knots. Sometimes I'm unsure if I've smelled real ambergris until Peter's Centauri. There you go. That's good to hear. Creedy Rolfa. How about Aqua de Jo? There you go, the original. The originale. I want something that smells like I'm sitting at the fucking beach, smelling the salty water with all the citrus and shit. I hear ya. Salty water. There's quite a few salty fragrances. Try Eau de Merveille Bleu. That's salty and marine-like. No, mineral-like, not marine-like. It is mineral. It is mineralic. It might also have an aquatic accord, but it's quite dry and zesty. Is Luca the sitting down type? Luca's he's so much like me. He's exactly like me. Whatever I'm down for, he's down for. Whatever he's down for, I'm usually in for. I like salt as an accord. Salt is an interesting accord. Balade Sauvage might be a bit salty. That's kind of marine-like, isn't it? Or aquatic, or oceanic, or freshy. No? Maybe? A little bit? Can we rent a boat on that lake? Yeah, you can rent the boat here. You can rent a boat here. You can rent lots of boats here. Watch out for the sharks, Lily. The lily sharks. We got lily sharks in the boat, in the water here. Bobby says you wouldn't have to, Lily. There are at least 3 guys in here that would toss you in. And then jump in right after her, probably. Right, Bobby? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what the fuck teens are doing these days except on the devices. Didn't have devices growing up. What was I doing at that age? Dude, I was in the park with my friends hitting home runs. That's what we were doing. We were playing sports. Like, what else? If you weren't playing sports, something was wrong with you. You were the odd kid. You were the odd man out. That's what we did. We played sports. In the wintertime, we played hockey. In the summertime, it was baseball and football. And nobody played basketball when I was a kid. Not like they play now. My kids play basketball. But we didn't play much basketball. We played football, baseball, hockey, tennis sometimes. But that was more like a joke. We'd just go and fuck around and play tennis. Frank says he would toss. I think Bobby would toss. Frank says bite me. A beautiful view, my friend. Yes, it is great. It's so peaceful. You know what it is? It's tranquil. It's amazing because there are people in the area, but there's no sight of another person. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see or hear another person in my consciousness. Like, in this entire area, I don't, there's nobody moving. There's the odd boat that zips by every once in a while, but it's so peaceful. No, it's Lake Simcoe. Muskoka's about 2 hours from here. I was the head of the Lily fan club. Where are you now? And who is now the head of the Lily fan club? Lily, who is the head of your fan club? Lily says, Frank, I knew you would give up. Boz is the head of my fan club. That's cool, man. Boz deserves that. Good on you, Boz. Keep it up. Joey's married. He's like my brother. You made me. I can only take so much. You and Joey deserve each other. Frank, whose fan club are you heading now, since you've given up on Lily? Somebody else take over? Canada's stunning. Have you been to Canada, Christine? Canada's nice. There's beauty everywhere. All over the world you can find it. Just how far are you willing to go to look for it? What are your thoughts on vintage opium? It's a big perfume. It's a big patchouli. Very raspy and bold. You gotta be prepared for it. Because if you're not ready to wear it, it will wear you. That's a big ambery patchouli. Thank you, Dushan. You are too sweet. Turin's review is so fake. Like the stream for this lake. 1,000 Serbian dinars. Thank you very much, Dushan. I appreciate it. I've not been to Canada. Would love to visit. Well, there's lots to see. Canada's huge. And you go coast to coast. Frank says, I just meditate these days. Light a candle, stare at the wall. Well, welcome to my world, man. It's pretty freaky. But I'm not sure if you're shitting me, if you're being serious. But yeah, it's my favorite thing to do too. It takes everything away. You know, it takes all the pain away, and it has nothing to, it's just, all it does is offer, you know, it just gives so much more than it takes. Meditation, it's just giving. Lily says, beauty is right in front of us and it's taken for granted most of the time. Not until we leave it, can we come back to appreciate it. Yeah, that's a way of looking at it. Yeah, until you lose it, you realize what's gone. I wonder if anyone realizes I'm gone. How long are you on? Well, my battery's at 40, so it will be a while. Why are you gonna, like, you got stuff to do, or? What's happening, Brandon? Brandon says, give me some money, bro. What would I give you money for? Like, what do you need money for? What would you do with the money? And how much? And I see some bugs on you, man. Where? How do you see me? You don't see me. What are you talking about? I see some bugs on. The best human being in Canada is Anush Patel. Whoa. What does that say about me? Am I 2 or 3? But yeah, I would agree. Anush is pretty cool. Nothing like true quiet calm. Yeah. Did you see that Auntie Anne's released a perfume that's supposed to smell like a pretzel bakery? Think you'd ever wear? Who is Auntie Anne? And the pretzel bakery? Yeah, I mean, that sounds pretty niche. I mean, jus de pot smells kind of like a bakery in the morning breakfast. So, although I don't like pretzels, I wouldn't mind. I don't think a pretzel smelling perfume would be horrible. A pretzel bakery. I find pretzels too salty. Money for nothing, Dire Straits. Enjoy that with Les Ep Straits. There you go. Always a poet, Dushan. Probably the doughy smell of a pretzel. Luca loves pretzels. And I can't stand them. They're too salty for me. I'm not a salt fiend. I'm more of a sweet tooth. But even sweet, like, I'm always trying to cut back my sweets. Always, always, always trying to cut back. I hate the crash. You know, the sugar crash? Did you get some ice cream up there? You know I did, Lily. You know I did. We just got McFlurries. Yes, we got McFlurries, Luca and I. Luca got the s'mores and I got the, what the fuck did I get? I don't know what I got, Lily. I just got a s'mores. That's all that matters. No, I got a McFlurry. Luca got s'mores. I don't remember what I got. It wasn't Oreo. It wasn't Smartie. It was Score. I got a Score McFlurry. No, Score. Score, damn it. I said score, damn it. Not coconut. Not peanut butter. Score. I'll be right back, okay? Chill. Watch my phone for me. Eugene, you're George Clooney in our fragrance town. I wonder if anyone ever calls George Clooney Eugene. Probably not. Probably not. Smoke on the water. I'd love to go into the water, but I don't feel like getting changed. John Matthews says, I didn't realize that Auntie Anne's pretzel stands must not be in Canada. There are so many in the US malls. I guess I just assumed. I've never heard of them, to be honest. I wasn't sure what I didn't know it was a pretzel stand. Even though you said, it's just, I just never heard of Auntie Anne's. I don't think we have them here in Canada. George Clooney wishes he was Eugene. I think George Clooney is just perfectly fine being George Clooney. I don't think George Clooney wishes to be anybody. And nobody should ever wish to be anybody else other than themselves. That's what you were destined to be. If you guys could see anybody in this lake, including George Clooney, in a bikini, but not George Clooney in a bikini, who would it be? Who would you like to see in a bikini in the lake? I would like to be Mozart. Hi, Robin. How are you? Let us know what you're wearing. Lily says, I wish I was the moon. Okay, fine. Don't accept my call. Thank you, Christine. That's very thoughtful. It is very sweet of you. I just don't, I mean, I should just accept them for what they are. Yes, thank you. George Clooney wishes he was Eugene. $1 million for 2 Mercedes SLR McLarens. Oh, man, denied. That's, nah. Bro, you want $1 million to buy 2 cars? Fuck's wrong with you, man? 2 cars. I'm still working on my rose perfume, never ending. You're looking for perfection. How do you know when it's there? How do you know when you're happy with it? You just know. I agree. You just know. It's like when you fall in love with it. It's when you fall in love with something, that thing is perfect and there's nothing you'd want to change about it. You know, when you, let's say you fall in love with a person or a perfume, it's absolutely perfect. And then nowhere where you're like, oh, I wish this was a little bit different or this. No, you just accept it. Brandon, don't be a victim of capitalism. Ignore expensive cars. Well, no, capitalism is great. But instead of like spending $1 million, make $1 million. Like, why the fuck do you want to spend $1 million? Go make $1 million. That's the thing. You're on the wrong side of capitalism. Capitalism is great. I think it's better than the alternative. Everybody's capable of making however amount they are willing to put in the effort. You know, if you're willing to work for it, you're going to make it. It definitely feels better. Of course. You spend it, it's gone, and a month later, you know, that shiny, sparkly thing is no longer shiny and sparkly anymore. It's like, oh, you're numbed out again and you're looking for the next hit. But this time it's going to cost you a lot more than $1 million and 2 McLarens to get there. Christine says, family from the Soviet Union, trust me, capitalism is better. Frank says dual wielding McLarens. To argue against capitalism? What does Rich say? Everybody's going to have their own favorite. And they're allowed to. What do you argue, Lily? What do you argue? Dushan says, I'm against capitalism. Why is that, Dushan? Well, think about it in perfume world. What would happen if there was no capitalism? How would that change perfumery? Which is against the corruption of it. And corruption's everywhere, though. You think there's no corruption in communism? I'm not as articulate. Capitalism is great in theory, but what we have here is the dark side of capitalism. All the money going to the top. That's what happens. It's because we're all giving our money away. We're all buying stupid shit that we don't need. The rose perfume also pays way to the rest of the collection, not note-wise necessarily, but structurally. What do we need? We need love, Brandon. We need love. If you had love, you wouldn't need 2 Mercedes or $1 million. But that's got to start inside of you, not outside of you. The love. You got to find it inside of you, Brandon. We need a good, no bullshit oceanic perfume. I'm sure there's quite a few out there already. Kind of sucks not having a gym, I'll be honest. I miss going to the gym and getting a pump. It's like one of my favorite things to do. Even though I'm on vacation, it's like all I can think about is going to the gym. We need a century without wars. You think a war is coming, Dushan? I feel like a war is on the horizon, you know? There's this fucking massive bubble, and I'm just waiting for it to burst. Run around the lake. Run around the lake? Like in the lake? I didn't bring my running shoes though. But I'm a masochist. Are you? Do you have to be a masochist? What does that mean? You're a masochist. You can be anything you fucking want to be. You don't have to be a masochist. You could be anything you want to be. And that's what you chose. That's what you chose to be. The rose perfume highlights Bulgarian rose and white ambergris. Has a French oceanic name. What's the name? Give us the name. 30 push-ups right now. I can do 30. Even with you on my back. Go do some push-ups and sprints. When's the last time you've sprinted? Ooh, it's been forever since I've sprinted. I do push-ups all the time. Sprinting, not so much. You guys see the ducks? Look at the ducks. It's so cute. Look at this. We'll see if we can get the viewers back up. We're at 21. I think they're getting sick of the lake. They'd much rather look at me. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, by the way. If you have to pick just 3 perfumes from your collection to the rest of your life, what would you choose? I can't. Oh, if you can't, why are you asking me, Ahmad? Come on. I can't either. Mitsuko, 19. I think I would probably take a vanilla perfume. If you're asking me today, I would have to add a vanilla perfume in there. But Mitsuko and 19, for certain. Maybe New York Intense. Thanks to you know who. Brendan, you like to torture yourself. Swim across the lake. How cold is that thing? You need to. I was in earlier today for about an hour. Me and Luca were playing football. Well, we were just playing catch. You will need to cold plunge. I've done cold plunging. It's cool. Rich's Spice. And Bulgarian Rose has a watery note together with this sulfides I highlight too. Sounds very interesting. How long have you been working on it, Robin? Oh, turn back to lake. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, all right, all right. Settle down. Layla says no. Turn back to the lake. Yes, sir. Yes, fucking sir. Hi, Christine. Look at those bugs on you. Dude, those are octopus, man. Mitsuko Quirderusi. It's called Merosa from Med plus Rose, Sea of Roses. There you go. That's interesting. Merosa. A salty rose. You heard it here first. Chucky, who's looking for a salty fragrance? Here's a salty rose by Robin. Merosa. Teach Lucas some poker. He could go pro. Make that Millie. Too long for anyone to believe me. I disagree. Christine says, disagree. The lake isn't as interesting as Eugene's facial expression. Bring back the face. Too late. Lily ruined it. It's all her fault. Lily, you ruined it. Medosa wrote it down. Thanks so much. There you go. Report back to us, Chuck. Let us know what you think of it. I take pride in being destructive. Ask Frank. Frank, we need all the details. Where did it go wrong? Frank took a hard wrong turn somewhere. I wonder what Lily did. We need the details. How's life treating everybody? How's the summer been for everybody? Pretty good? Yeah? No? Life is great? I'm glad to hear that. Dushan's always on the positive side. He's always got positivity. He's always spreading love and compassion, always saying the right things. No wonder life is great for you, dude. Like you got it. Like you figured it out. You have literally figured it out, you know? Just continue being positive and continue being yourself. And that's the best way to live. We should appreciate nature, such as this lake, while we have it. The cicadas are on their way out, and it's making me sad. Yeah, I think about that all the time. I'm like, I was out here till pretty late last night, and I just couldn't leave the cicadas alone. You know, I couldn't go inside. I'm like, these won't be here forever, and I damn love them. Dushan, my fellow MILF hunter. MILF hunter? What does that mean? What is a MILF hunter? And where would you go to hunt a MILF? MILF hunters. Is it all single guy? Anyone married in here other than Frank? You guys all single? Single, ready to mingle? Who's married here? I'm not sure, but Chuck or Robin. Dushan is not married. Frank is the only guy I think is. I'm not sure about Ahmad or Christine's not married. Brandon's not married. Pat, I'm not sure about Pat. Boosh is here. I think it was all single guys. With Lily. Lily, how did you get in here, Lily? Chuck saying he's married. Yes, I'm very positive, maybe because of the classical music. Classical music is very positive, isn't it? Very uplifting. It's super spiritual, I find, eh? I feel like it connects to some of my chakras, and I don't even know what the hell that means. Music definitely stirs the soul, the same way perfume, classical stirs the soul, the same way a good perfume will. Would you agree, Dushan? Pat Lester says MILFs on aisle 10. Well, MILF enthusiast, married, no kids, 2 pugs. Lily says it's complicated. Dushan says I have a girlfriend. Christine says single, and it's going to take someone really great to change that. I can do bad myself. I love that attitude. What do you love about being single? What do you love about not having somebody with you? How did I find you? Great question. Did I ask that? God, I forget. The moment something comes out of my mouth, I've already forgotten what I've said. It's not a good sign, is it? Lily is the only one here. Lily is only here to find a sugar daddy, a perfume daddy. Guys, maybe we should get you to start bidding on Lily. What should we start at? Lily, where do you start the stakes at? I just cracked a gummy and then an Epsom salt bath currently. Oh, sounds fun, man. Carl's playing peekaboo. Is the perfume world lonely? That's what it seems like. Perfume world is lonely. Now, is that intentional? I almost feel like it's intentional. Because us perfume people, we're different. We're not built like everybody else. Or am I just projecting? I think I'm projecting. CC says, what is the most offensive, strong, terrible smelling perfume you can think of? Red tobacco. Awful. Robin says, I have 403 formulas written down on the Merosa perfume, and those formulas have been edited like 20 to 100 times. How would anyone believe this? Well, we'll take your word for it. I think today's world is lonely. What a great time to find yourself then, right? There's never a better time to find yourself than when you're alone. Well, you can't do it any other time because there's always a distraction. But being lonely is a gift, truly. If you can be alone and it's like, it feels like a superpower. Like you don't need shit. You don't need shit from anybody. You just like okay on your own, you know? You're not dependent, you're not attached to anything. You've stumped me where I might place my bid. I feel kind of priceless, to be honest. Well, that's where you should start. Start there, priceless. Make them work. Where are y'all selling your perfumes? Group or Reddit? eBay. I think there's groups on Facebook as well, like marketplaces on Facebook. I know Rich Mitch does a lot of shopping on eBay. Dushan with the super chat, 1,000 Serbian dinars. Thank you. Give the votes for floral notes. You're too kind, Dushan. Dushan's made his bid, Lily. 1,000 Serbian dinars. Shoulders, legs today. Oh, you're so lucky, man. Legs, I love legs. And back. Legs and back are my favorite. Laugh out loud. Red tobacco, the memes are true. Yeah, it's even worse than the memes. It's truly awful. God awful. It is. That and I would say Ganymede as well is god awful. Christine says the best thing about being single is that I don't have to explain myself to anyone 24/7 like I'm 5 years old. I enjoy my freedom. The downside is occasional emptiness. Yeah, I totally get that. You have nobody to explain anything to. If you want to come home at 4 o'clock in the morning, even if it's just because you went for a walk by the lake, you know, you're not out at a bar or out with friends, you're just alone, and you're coming home out. You don't have to tell anybody where you were or call anybody or, you know, I totally get that. It's like you're just free, you know, your mind is free to wander wherever the universe takes it without somebody interfering. Somehow Fragholm has congregated only introverts. I feel like I've always been introverted, even in my relationships. And even in my relationships, I was always hoping like my person would leave me alone, you know? Just leave me alone. I'm gonna be fine, I'm gonna be loyal, I'm gonna be yours, just leave me alone, you know, just leave me alone. It can be great and it can get very old. What can? Well, what the heck can you send? Yeah, Robin, yeah, send him a sample. Here you go. Here's your opportunity to market yourself and promote yourself. Send Chuck a sample and he will let everyone else know what he thinks of your perfume. You guys should get in touch. This is what it's all about. Connecting. 2 ml sample won't cost you anything other than your time to the post office. Orto Parisi's Megamar would get my vote for most offensive strong perfume. Brutally strong, shockingly harsh, and synthetic. I haven't tried that. Are you making it? Being alone is a gift. Being lonely can be a curse. Yeah. It can be a curse. Being lonely can be a curse if you feel like you're lonely. But you get used to it. You know, you get used to it really quick. And then you start to appreciate it. And then when people do spend time with you, you know, you're spending time with, you're like, I don't know, I'm like, oh man, like, I kind of look forward to going home and being alone again, you know? I'm sampling Labdanum 18 tonight. I love reading science books when I'm alone. That's interesting. Robin says I can send a sample. There you go. Good stuff. We can't wait to hear back. The salty rose. Was the rose crying? Were those rose tears? This nature makes me miss the Kruger National Park. Your words are actually making sense. My words are, why do they not always make sense, or? You can, bless you. How can we connect? There we go. What's that in Canadian dollars? Around 12, yes. A little bit more than 12. So he super chatted twice and it's $25.78. That's his bid. Are you accepting his bid, Lily? Robin says, send me a text on IG, Robin, if you have. There you go. There you go, Sagittarius problems. I agree, Christine. Sagittarius is the best, isn't it the best zodiac to be? So Chuck says to Robin, I'll go post on Eugene's last IG post. Find me. There you go. I love how that worked. I'm very introverted as well. I feel the same way. Oh no, not astrology. I agree, not astrology. Don't worry, Dushan. I am not an astrologist. It's like, please love me, but leave me alone too. Totally. Absolutely. I'm so avoidant. Yeah, being alone is the time when ideas are born. That is absolutely true. That's why it's important. That's when I'm most creative as well, when I'm alone. And then when you can separate from thought, it's even better. Then you'll never feel alone. That's the trick. You're lonely because you're thinking about not being with somebody else. You're thinking about it. That's where loneliness comes from. You got to stop thinking about it and just enjoy whatever is in front of you in that moment. And when you enjoy whatever's in front of you, you feel it's fulfilling. It takes you away from that loneliness. Same, I'm always planning my exits. Yeah, subconsciously, you know, the exit program is running. You're looking for the door. But only one was for the bid. That's right. One for you, one for me. Only one was for the bid. Not a salty rose. Meroso translates to sea of roses in French. Mer de roses. Okay, not a salty. I thought it was a salty rose. Sea of roses. Okay, an aquatic rose. There you go. Thanks for clarifying. Floral says no one else is bidding. I will guess I will have to accept. There you guys. You guys could have got her. Dushan got her for like 1,000 Serbian dinars. Look at this. And another. Dushan comes through with another super chat. Fate Woman is really great. Here's one more for our Lily. Amazing. Thank you so much, Dushan. You're a beautiful soul. Too generous. You are truly too generous. Thank you, kind sire. Ninic Badric. Do you remember when I joined the live talking about the Bulgarian rose oil? Yeah, I do. Lily says we can get coffee, Dushan. That's what the 24 Canadian gets. Almost. Almost. So, Dushan, where are we going to be taking Lily? Dushan says I want to pay for the lunch with Anuj and Eugene. Well, I'm going to pay when you come, or when I come there. Lunch will be on me, and we'll go for fish. Lily can go to the opera with me. Will you take her to see Mozart? or Beethoven. I'll help you guys time travel back there. I've got the codes. Tesla gave me all the toads. All the toads. Dushan's the smooth operator. See that? Lily's been denying men in the chat for years and years and years. Dushan's the first one to ever get a yes for a coffee date. It's pretty smooth. Puts his money where his mouth is. Who doesn't put their money where their mouth is, Lily? Who are you referring to? Why are you worried about Brendan? Brendan was just here a few moments ago. He was looking for $1 million to buy 2 cars. Lily says I got a lot of empty promises. What do they promise you, Lily? You get a lot of empty promises. That's why it's best not to promise anyone anything. Because it sucks to be disappointed. And you don't want to be the person disappointing somebody else. You don't want to be the disappointer, because then you get tagged. Because we tag you for disappointing us, and we remember that. And then our excitement for you lessens more and more. Good people, it is that time. It is nearly time to go. 7:51 in the PM. Just outside of Toronto. The bugs. Can you guys see the bugs? I can see the bugs. Dreams is gonna time you out, Lily. Better be careful. What's everyone's plans for tonight? Everyone have dinner? What was for dinner? Or breakfast? A little dog on that boat there at the front. Lily says I had sushi. I want sushi. I want sushi. Sushi. I want sushi. Dick Curry says salmon couscous roasted broccoli. Pasta carbonaras for breakfast. Germ says a cup of noodles. You love noodles, eh, Germs? Lily says, I'll get you some sushi. Will you? Where will you get it from? Is it raw? Sushi is so good. We should have a sushi party. Let's do a sushi party. We all get sushi and eat it at the same time. Porridge for breakfast. Christine says, I love meat. I love meat too, Christine. I love meat. I love beef. Oh, beef is heaven. You know, God made beef just for himself and then shared it with everyone else. That's his choice of food. Big steak. You like it raw? I like it the way it's meant to be. I prefer steak over sushi any day. Yeah, steak is, I prefer steak over everything. Beef and lamb, yum. Yeah, lamb too. Lamb is so good and stinky. I had poulet rouge. It's popular here in Montreal. Not sure about Toronto. I've not heard of that. Poulet rouge, red chicken. Omar, hopefully that'll come to Toronto. No, he made lamb and shared it with everyone else. I'm not a huge steak guy. I'm broken. Clarify, Germs. What do you mean you're broken? And why don't you like steak? Having steak with some salad. Delicious. Now I want steak. I might have steak too. What's your favorite season? On steak, seriously, it's just salt and pepper. I don't really put any of those like Montreal styled smoked stuff. What's your favorite season? Olive oil. Yeah, I just put olive oil, salt and pepper. Pretty basic. What's up, Mitra? Kebabs for days. Yo. Once in a while, I prefer chicken or fish. Both are great. Fish is tricky to eat with all the bones and stuff. You know, and it's stinky too. I don't eat fish very often, but I do like it. I'm just about to go here. Luca's inside by himself, so I'm gonna go and hang out with him. Just keep each other company. Maybe I'll come back later tonight after midnight with the campfire. So we might see you guys then. But other than that, hope you all have a great night. And behave. Play some board games or something. Do puzzles. I didn't bring any board games up. We usually do. We love, is it Connect 4? Yeah, we like Connect 4 for board games. Sometimes we bring Jenga. Jenga is fun. All right, guys. It was good to see you, like always. Have a great night. Maybe we'll see you tonight, all right? Like the stream, and we'll see you tonight. Bye for now.